What's up, everybody? Welcome to season 3 of Echoes of Elsewhere, where forgotten places speak and we do our best to listen. I'm Courtney Autumn, your guide, your narrator, and your slightly overexcited friend who still gets chills walking into a room that no one's been to in 40 years. Whether you're a longtime listener or brand new to the strange beauty of abandoned places, I am really glad that you're here, because this season we're stepping through the door and into something big. But before we move forward, we will take a look back and take a moment to remember where we've been. Last season was a trip. We stood in echoing hallways, rooftops overgrown with vines, rooms still thick with history and silence. We saw the beauty in decay. We felt the weight of time. We chased whispers through dust and peeling wallpaper. And now, even in season 3, we are just getting started. This season, I've lined up some of the most atmospheric, emotional, and strange locations yet. They're not all big or dramatic. Some are small, quiet places, forgotten in a way that almost feels personal. I'm bringing on guest explorers, photographers, historians, people who've stepped through abandoned doorways and walked out of them changed. And if you think this is going to be another season of spooky vibes and empty buildings, well, yeah, a little. But it's also about memory, mystery, and meaning. Let's talk about something that's always in the background of this podcast, but we don't always stop to ask out loud. Why do people leave? Why do places, homes, malls, schools, entire hospitals just end up empty? Sometimes the answer's obvious. A dead mall, that's capitalism in motion, e-commerce, big box competition, consumer trends shifting until one day the last anchor store closes and the food court echoes. A casualty of convenience. Schools, often it's politics and policy, budget cuts, shrinking towns, merging districts. The building still stands, but the kids are gone. The lockers rust shut, and that old school bell never rings again. Hospitals and nursing homes, those ones cut a little deeper. Sometimes it's outdated infrastructure or a buyout that led to shutdown. Sometimes the population just changes and suddenly a facility built for 200 patients is treating 12 until it isn't. Funeral homes, yeah, even the places made for endings eventually have their own. Maybe the family business folded, maybe it became too expensive to operate, or maybe as the neighborhood changed, no one wanted to walk through those doors anymore. And homes, that's the one that hits the hardest. I'm sure you guys know why. Sometimes people just move on. Sometimes there's no one left. Disaster, foreclosure, family fights, inheritance limbo, or just a slow decay, year by year, until even the mailbox stops getting checked. And then the vines grow in and the house sighs into its foundation. And then there are the places where no one really knows what happened. The lights just went out and no one ever came back. And that is what gets me. The quiet endings no one wrote down. No ceremony, no closure, just silence. And that's why I explore. It's not just for the view or the thrill, but to witness something that mattered, even if no one else is paying attention anymore. And maybe in some strange way, give these places a second life, even if it's just in the story that we tell about them. And that is where you guys come in. Echoes of Elsewhere isn't just a podcast. It's about urbex, a shared obsession. So if you've got a favorite explore, a wild story, a place that changed how you look at the world, send it in. Whether it's spooky, funny, weird, or just beautiful, I definitely want to hear it. My plan is to start featuring some stories from you guys in future episodes, so yeah, if you ever find a room full of creepy mannequins or anything, please don't keep that to yourself. So yeah, season 3 has officially begun. We've got new doors to open, new voices to hear, and some familiar ones, and more than a few places that refuse to be forgotten. Whether you're exploring with me from the road, your editing cave, or your couch at 2 a.m. with the lights off and a snack, you are part of this. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Urbex Echoes for behind the scenes clips and teasers, and check out Echoes of Elsewhere on Facebook to connect with me and with the little community that's growing. And as always, if you guys don't mind leaving a review for the podcast or rating the podcast, telling a friend, and definitely make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future episodes, especially now that season 3 is underway. I will be back next weekend with the first official guest of the season, so be sure to tune into that. Until then, keep exploring the allure in the abandoned, the beauty of decay, and the echoes of elsewhere.